What's up, amigos? Karmelo Anthony found guilty and will spend the rest of his life in prison. Let us see what's happening right now. There's a lot of people outside. People want to protest. It's a lot of police as well. I believe we probably going to have a lot of protests tonight. Let us see what Benny Show is talking here.
Breaking news, Karmelo Anthony has been found guilty of murder of Austin Metcalf. Thank God. Justice has been done in this case.
Justice has been done, but there's a lot of people protest going on. Let us see it.
These kinds of face-to-face, emotion rising, shouting matches really do no good, but we've seen them become more and more intense, even as this trial has progressed, Eden, as you were talking about, since last week.
Got to see here.
Sentencing trial will begin.
Yeah, we see
tomorrow, and that's when the so-called sentencing trial will begin.
Yeah, we see people hugging.
The so-called sentencing trial will begin.
Yeah, we see people hugging outside the courthouse here. And when they go to the sentencing part of this, which Brooke has laid out for us really well, it will be the same jury in this Texas jury in McKinney, Texas, who will decide the sentencing for Karmelo Anthony. He could get life in prison for this murder charge in the death of Austin Metcalf, whose death he has just been convicted of. So there is a whole nother part of this process. In terms, Paul Morrow, of how the judge has handled this case, which moved
it's unbelievable. Some people, the guy killed the other guy. There's not much to say here. I don't know what people still, calling, this is racism. It has nothing to do. He killed a guy. There's no reason why he stabbed the guy. That's his mom talking.
Go over there. I grab him.
This is his twin brother. Twin brother. I don't know if you follow this case. He didn't want the guy to come in the tent. He pushed the guy pulled a knife and killed him. And he's saying it's a self-defense. That's no self-defense.
Yeah, I understand. Best I can to understand.
You can see, you can picture what happened when, what was coming.
Yeah, it's very tough. I don't want to show this to you, but it's really tough. My worry.
And without used a lethal weapon, and without any provocation, it takes a lot to knock that down to a misdemeanor. So as someone who's been a criminal defense attorney his whole life, I would not welcome this news this fast.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen. He'll probably get life in prison for the murder. Let us see what's happening. Let's see if there is any.
You're not going to approach a woman. When a man walked up, what did you do? You crossed your arms. But you aren't going to approach a woman like that. You're not going to approach a woman like that. Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! You only got in a woman thing. But when a man walked up, what did you do?
That's the crazy part.
This is people fighting the wrong fight. It's once again people fighting the wrong fight. It's people, trying to say, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. You're fighting the wrong fight. The guy is a criminal. He committed a crime, and that's all it is. That's all it is. This is no civil right. This is like a civil right hero. This is no civil right hero. This is a guy who committed a crime, and he's gonna pay for his crimes. That's all it is. There's no, everything. People trying. No, he's a hero. in protest pro him.
In rage. There was a physical fight out here. We saw one person get handcuffed and detained because there was literally a brawl that broke out. But these deputies, they've been preparing for this. I mean, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, definitely over 24 deputies surrounding this courthouse to make sure that things don't get out of control here. So that's really the mood out here. It's tense. These protesters on both sides, but definitely more Carmelo Anthony supporters, they're upset by this verdict, but these...
I just don't get it. It's more Carmelo Anthony supporters when the guy killed someone. Is he a civil rights hero because he killed a white man? What did he do to have this supporter? What did he do? He's not a victim. You know, he killed a man. It's unbelievable.
The tension out here is something these deputies definitely prepared for, I could tell you. I mean, even the last few days, Will, I saw them kind of just driving around, roaming around the parking lot, just making sure that nothing got too crazy.
And then we're going to hear this thing again. Oh, he's in jail because he's a black man. No, he's in jail because he killed somebody. He killed somebody. It's not because he's a minority. It's because he killed somebody. He should have done it. If he had not killed this guy, he would not be in jail. It's unbelievable. What else Benny Johnson saying here?
18-year-old, that means he will die in jail. He may never get parole. He was found guilty of the highest possible charge and may face the highest possible penalty. Justice for Austin outside of the courthouse, which is a tinderbox right now. Thousands of sheriff's deputies and police officers have surrounded the courthouse as the mob presses in.
I agree. It's a mob that is pressing in. It's a total mob.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder. It says here, Lori is telling us, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder. That is the verdict from the jurors, according to Lori Brown, who is in the courtroom.
Yeah, we found him as a murderer, and it didn't take long. They came to the conclusion after the evidence, so there is no such a thing as because he's black, because he's minority. No, it's because he's a murderer. That's why he was found guilty. That's it. So may God bless you. May God bless America. See you next round.